Hi, I'm going to do a review on a guitar, this Traveler guitar. This is a Traveler guitar in Midnight Black. It is their ultralight series. It's the one that I feel like goes on sale. I wanted something that was different and affordable whenever I decided I wanted to try to learn to play the guitar. I had a guitar many years ago and I never really learned to play it, but I always had the itch. Sold that guitar. Shouldn't have. Deep regret. But now that I'm trying again, because you know, COVID and everything, this is what I'm trying to learn. This is what I've been trying to learn to play. It's been a pretty good little guitar. I like that I can use standard strings on it. The winders are in the back. That's been kind of neat. This little Velcro felty stuff that's on here, I don't completely understand why that was something that they put on the guitar. That was not something that kind of stood out whenever I was looking at these. Made in China, you know. Anyway, so this guitar, it's been good. It's light. It's extremely light. It's a very light guitar, very robust. Some people say they have a lot of problems with it coming out of tune all the time. As a guy who doesn't play the guitar a lot, I only have so much to pull from. But I wouldn't say that this guitar had to be tuned a lot. When I first put on strings and they're still kind of stretching out, there's a little bit more, but other than that, like I've got a Polytune 3 tuner right over here. I checked that sucker out. Truthfully, it doesn't need very much adjustment. Some of the things that I did notice that may be able to help you is these little rollers that are in here. There's a rod that goes through these, and all of this is held together by the tension of the strings. If you take all the strings off, because I thought I was going to try to figure out how to lower this a little further than it can actually go. It's a little tall. I had some buzzing whenever I adjusted the height of my strings. It would buzz on top of my coil, and it sounded like booty. So I was trying to lower it, and I ran out of adjustment. There's more room for it to go, or there's more adjustment for it to where it should go down, but it won't, because the body is too thin and the actual pickup is too thick. There's like a magnet on the bottom. Anyway, it'll only go down so far. It ends up being fine. I just raised my bridge a little bit and got this about as low as it would go, and it's working out fine. But that's just something to be aware of. And then the tension, like I was talking about, the tension that holds this rod and these little casters, whatever you want to call them. When they fell, like whenever I took all the strings off, I didn't realize that that's being held in by nothing, as you can see here. So that, like, I had the guitar like this and it fell out. And of course when it fell, I was picking it up, and so these little caster things went everywhere. I had to take a picture of like how these are supposed to, or go look up pictures on how these are supposed to go back together. But it wasn't too hard. I found that. Discovered that they don't rotate super freely on this rod, which could be a problem. If any string, I would say, has trouble staying in tune, it has been my G string. Yes, G string, this one, which is adjusted by that one. It goes flat probably more than all the others. Other than that, I really haven't had any problems. It's super easy to string. The first time I ever did it, I did it wrong, to where I had my strings going above this, and that doesn't work. Everything gets bound up, and these strings can't pass each other, and they end up just getting caught on there. It's terrible. You can't do it. So they got to go under. Other than that, like, you're not going to be able to hear me play this guitar good enough for you to get any kind of idea of tone. There's a lot of people who love to just jam because they're good guitar players. So if you want to hear what one of these sounds like, or one of the similar types sound like, there's going to be a bunch of YouTube videos where you can go like watch somebody else play on the Traveler guitar and get an idea for the sound. I think they sound okay. Like, I mean, I don't take that with a giant grain of salt, if you will, but I think that sounds okay. It's been extremely easy to play. I love that it's the full size, so like I'm not building some kind of funky muscle memory for some tiny guitar or something. That's just not going to work for me. It's been a good guitar. Things that I would say as a person who is learning. There's a couple things on this particular guitar that have left me wanting. The fact that it's only got the single coil pickup means I don't really have any options. There's no volume knob. It's always the same. There's no tone knobs. There's nothing to, there's no variety of sound that you get from the guitar itself. I understand that, you know, all post pedal effects and everything like that can change this into literally anything that you want it to be. It's perfectly fine. If you want to do that, do that. But I don't have any pedals, and I don't want to go hunting for a sound yet with pedals. I'd like to play with what I have in the guitar. So like nice clean sound, strong. These sound like pretty nice loud pickups. I don't really have any problem hearing everything. Yeah, I think it's a pretty, like, I think I got it on sale for maybe 190 bucks, something like that, US, here in 2020, into 2020, early 2021, which is when I picked this thing up. So I think that that's an amazing deal. It was on sale, but there's an amazing deal for this particular guitar. And I think if somebody wants to play something, they want something they can just either take with them to just jam on whenever they're in a hotel room or whenever they're traveling, or they want something they can just throw in an overhead bin, or if they all, I mean, we're all not really traveling that much probably. It is what it is. But when you do, this is a very handy thing. And also, I feel like for a guitar that is this cheap, you don't have to worry a ton about it. So if you're going to take it someplace, toss in the back, you know, toss it in your trunk or whatever, you're not just worried about your $1,000, $2,000, $6,000 guitar taking damage to its finish. You've got a kind of a matte black and whatever, some kind of hardwood neck. The frets aren't too sharp. It's got a decent, it's got a decent feel. It's light. I don't know what else there is to say about it. I hope you like it. Enjoy.